Thanks to our sponsor, OneDayDecisions.com, the fastest way to settle and to get paid without court, collections, or credit damage. That's OneDayDecisions.com.
Question 1. What is your name?
TaraWilliams.
Question 2. What is the name of your business?
DreamlandBaby Co.
Okay. Question number 3. Describe your business in 1 or 2 or 3 sentences.
So DreamlandBaby sells wearable weighted blankets for infants and children to help them fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer.
Number 4. What's your revenue model? How do you make your money?
Our revenue model is we are an e-commerce company, and we are majority direct to consumer. We also do have some wholesale. We generate revenue by selling a consumer good and having people pay for it.
Okay, so you sell product, right?
We sell products, that's right.
Got it, okay. Number 5, are you brick and mortar, online, or both?
We are predominantly online.
Okay, question 6, and this is my favorite. How did you decide to get into this business?
So I have 4 children, and my baby was 6 months old, and he was still waking up every hour and a half. One night I had put a heavy throw blanket on him, and I noticed he immediately calmed down. And immediately I thought, if I was in a cartoon, that's the light bulb moment. He needs a wearable weighted blanket. So not something loose, but something like a sleep sack fashion. I thought it existed and jumped online to order it, and to my dismay, this product was not available. So I did not give up because I felt convinced this was what he needed. I had my mother-in-law make it for me. It took her about 2 weeks. And the first night he wore it, he slept for 12 hours. So he had gone for 6 months, waking up every hour and a half to sleeping completely through the night on the first night. It was truly a miracle solution. And from there, I started telling people about it. And the response was just so overwhelming. 10 out of 10 people said, I would pay for that. I would buy that. I wish I had that. I stacked blankets on my children. I co-slept with them when I didn't want to, different dangerous sleep practices, and this would have solved that. I wish I had this product. And so right away, I thought this is something that I have to share with the world.
You know, I'm going to kind of throw you a curveball. I'm going to go with 6A, okay?
Okay.
Because when I hear about a weighted blanket for a toddler or an infant, immediately, I'm sure this is the first question people ask me. They go, is this safe?
Mm-hmm. And why? What makes you think it wouldn't be safe?
Because it might be too heavy for the poor baby to move around in or something.
So that is a valid question. I think it's something that came up when I first came out with the product in 2018. The concept of weighted blankets were not as prevalently accepted as they are now. These are devices that have been used for adults and children 50 plus years in different communities like spectrum disorder, and weighted components have been used in the NICU also for 50 plus years. So the idea of this in a medical setting is not new, but it's definitely new to consumers. So our product, I did extensive research and safety testing. I created this product in combination with pulmonologists, certified sleep consultants, pediatricians, NICU nurses. And we actually, before we launched, it was important to me that there was a clinical trial that showed safety and efficacy. And so we had that. And with all those things combined, and we had the 10% or less body weight, felt extremely confident to bring this to market, knowing it was safe, and it was created in combination with the medical community. The product is evenly distributed weight, so there's no concentration of weight anywhere on the body for the baby. So it's from the head down to the toe. And it's so light and gentle. Baby can roll, sit, stand, anything they could do in a non-weighted sleep sack.
Well, I say you hit that one out of the park. Good for you. All right. So question 7. Why would customers choose you over your competitors?
Yeah, absolutely. Our product is very differentiated. While the swaddle and sleep sack market is extremely crowded, we are the only solution that has the even distribution of weight from head to toe. So it's beyond keeping the baby safe and comfortable. It's going one step further and helping them feel relaxed and actually getting better and longer sleep.
Great. Question 8. For the company, what is your exit strategy or your long-term goal, if you have one?
You know, this is something that I enjoy so much. I grew up always believing that one day I would be an entrepreneur and own my own company and be a CEO. And I don't know where the future will take us, but our growth has been staggering, and it really comes from our community and that word of mouth and having a product that we are able to help people. And we hear stories from our community like, it saved my life, it saved my marriage, it has given me the ability to get back to work, to be a good mom again, to be a friend, to put on makeup and go work out. It's so rewarding that I don't know what the end goal is, but I'm having a really, really fun time growing the team and growing the brand and bringing it international. So it's been a good ride.
Does someone owe you money?
Do you owe someone money?
Nobody wins in court.
And everyone hates collections.
You lose time and money for missing work.
Be smart. Go online.
Get the matter settled now at onedaydecisions.com.
You fill out a form, they fill out a form.
One Day Decisions does the rest. The matter gets settled fast, and you're done. No court.
No collections.
No lawyers.
No credit damage.
No legal bills.
No staring down the other guy in court.
You could get started for free.
And you can pay what you owe on a credit card.
They get their money, you get on with your life.
And it's over. Done. Anywhere in the country.
This isn't mediation.
This isn't arbitration.
This isn't court.
This is getting it settled so you both can move on with your lives.
Get it done. Get it over with.
In as little as 1 day.
One Day Decisions, the fastest way to settle without court, collections, or credit damage.
Great. Question 9. What are you doing to increase your business?
So we have a product, like I said, that it just works really well. So when you have somebody, me, for example, mom of 4, I have a lot of other mom friends, I have parent friends, and when I go from waking up every hour and a half for 6 months, that's what I'd consider a desperate sleep situation, to now sleeping through the night, I'm telling everybody I know. So the word of mouth is really helping us, and then we have repeat customers. So we have increased our size offering over the years, and we're now seeing those customers who started with us 2 years ago. They have bought our 0 to 6, our 6 to 12, our 12 to 24. Now they're in the 24 to 36 months, and then they can go up to the weighted blanket for that toddler stage. So we really stay with families from 0 to 8 months, or 8 years rather. And it's also a product that gets a lot of wear and tear. It's being used every day for naps, every day for sleep. It needs to be washed. So parents really do want a backup, and they're buying 2 sizes. They're buying 2 units. So it's increasing from our own customers, telling other people, buying it themselves, rebuying it. But then also we're doing things like getting into stores. So we are mostly online, but we'll be in-store at places like Target, in-store at buybuy BABY later this year, which I don't know if I should share that. My marketing team might get mad, but really expanding our footprint and moving international as well. So it's a very, very exciting time at the company.
Let me just add on to that, because I know our listeners really want to know this part. The word of mouth is fantastic, and it totally makes sense. But the question is are you involved with any sort of paid media or paid PR, or are you doing this completely organically?
No, we definitely use paid media. So we advertise in all the typical places, Facebook, Google. We do a little bit on Pinterest, a little bit on TikTok. That's our test budget exploring. We also work with influencers. That is a big driver for us. So some are paid commission, some are product exchange, and that is people who use the product and love it and share it with other people. So I would say a combination of those 2 things are really our top 2 drivers.
Yeah, I see. I'm glad that I asked you that question, because yours, it sounds like such a perfect fit for social media. the way other people tend to just try to force the fit. But I totally get where you're going from. So I'm not surprised. Question 10, how do you measure your marketing success?
So we look at our spend and then the return, really. I mean, it's just, if we're putting in $2, we need to get out 4. And the activities that give us a 2x or greater return, we continue, and anything below that, we cut off. So we always are looking at different channels. I mentioned Pinterest. We looked at Reddit at one point. And we are finding what is working really well and then scaling that and digging deeper into it.
Very good. So a 2x ROI is pretty much your code there.
Yeah, I would say that's a minimum.
Yeah. Okay, good. I love profitability. Question 11. Are you profitable?
Yes, we are.
Perfect. Question 12. How many employees do you have?
We have 6 full-time employees.
Cool. Which brings us to questions 13 and 14, 2 sides of the same coin. Question 13. What has been the best decision you've made so far?
I think the best decision I've made is hiring full-time employees. I ran the company by myself from launch in September 2019 until May of 2021. And to see the growth that we've been able to achieve by having people full-time dedicated to marketing or sales or e-commerce, it's been amazing. And the one thing that I wish is that I had hired people earlier.
Okay, so question 14. What's been the worst decision you've made so far?
Ooh, the worst decision.
And we've had some doozies, so don't feel shy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's been bad things that have happened, but I don't necessarily know if they were a direct result of my decision making. So, for example, I mean, we had a lot of struggles in 2021, particularly with maintaining stock for inventory. It was extremely stressful on my team. I don't know if this is the worst decision, but a bad decision I made was around Black Friday last year, I decided I was going to airship a full container, which normally would cost, at the time, I think it was costing about $25,000, $30,000, and I paid $125,000 to get that same product imported, same amount. So that was not a great financial decision, but at the time, I did it really for team morale because everybody was so down that we had no product and we were pushing to try to hit numbers, and we knew we were going to miss our mark by quite a bit because we had been out for a little bit of time, and so it wasn't the most profitable decision, but it felt right at the time.
Wow, you are a firecracker. Okay, so question 15, this is where you get to just free ball it. Obviously, you have a really good story, a really nice experience. Is there anything that I didn't ask that you think you'd like to add or that you think our listeners really could use, need to hear?
I think the only thing that, maybe if it's an inspirational piece, I guess I could offer. Well, like I said, I don't think I have made any extremely detrimental business decisions. We have not been excluded from some really hard times. And as a solo founder, which is tough, not having a co-founder to bounce ideas off of, my husband is not involved in the business. He's not particularly interested in the business. It's hard sometimes to really absorb all the weight of everything with the company. But I have a quote that I love and I want to share. It's the difference in winning and losing is most often not quitting. And that is by Walt Disney. And it is in big letters. It's on my board. I look at it every single day. And I look at owning a small business in a way of the person who is going to win is just the person who can stand the longest. And so many small businesses fail because they don't run out of money, they don't make poor decisions, the founder gives up. And if you cannot quit and you can keep going and you are disciplined and you have a good product, there's nothing in the world that is going to stop you from being a success.
Wow, that's pretty darn good. All right, so I tell you what, just to wrap it up, here's what I'd like you to do next, okay? Very slowly, very clearly, please give me the name of the business, the URL for more information, and anything else you'd like to add. But make sure I get a nice slow beat on the name of the business and your URL.
The name of our business is Dreamland Baby Co., and you can find us at dreamlandbabyco.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. This has been a very uplifting and enjoyable conversation.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.